Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel for another Marvel Legends news update video. So today during the Hasbro Pulse Fan Fest event, the Marvel Legends team unveiled a new Iron Man themed wave that is going to be coming out later this year. So a lot of these figures were already rumored to be coming out, and we pretty much knew what was going to be in this wave, but it was nice to see these officially revealed and finally see what the BAF was going to be for this wave. So the first figure from this wave that they showed was the classic Ultron figure that we had already seen either earlier this year or late last year that they kind of showed this and teased it. And this looks like a really nice figure. It's always nice to add classic villains to the collection. And for me, I missed out on the last Ultron that they put out that came in. I think it was a Toys R Us exclusive 3-pack, or it's a 3-pack regardless, but and that was more of a modern Ultron. But yeah, this looks great to get this classic Ultron. He's such a great villain from the comics, and he'll definitely pair well with the Jocasta figure that we got recently from the Joe Fixit Build-A-Figure wave. And the like I said, this guy looks nice. He comes with a nice Jack Kirby crackle effect. So yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to this one. So next up, they showed this Guardsman figure. For me, I'm not too terribly familiar with this character. I know there's been several iterations of Guardsman in the comics, and he's kind of a character that can be used as an army builder. And it's great when we get these army builder type characters, just so we can just create different generic soldiers and things like that to use for ACBA and displays. So that I'm pretty happy with. But at the same time, I'm disappointed that an army builder is back as just a regular figure in a wave, because this guy actually comes with the arm for the Build-A-Figure. So if you're gonna army build this character, you're gonna be stuck with several extra arms, which is unfortunate. And they did a good job with the hand ninja from the Stiltman big Build-A-Figure wave, giving you the option to just make Stiltman taller. So it's a little disappointing that they've kind of regressed here and went back to just giving you an army builder for as just a regular character in the wave, and just comes with an arm. So it's just gonna be more extra BAF pieces, which is a little disappointing. So the next figure that was shown was this holographic Iron Man figure. I think this looks really cool, at least in the images here. It looks very nice. It's been decoed very well, and something new and different that we haven't really received before. I'm a little hesitant just because Hasbro hasn't really had the best track record with translucent plastic figures, so I'm very curious to see how this is going to look in hand. But for the most part, it at least in these images, it does look nice, and I'm curious to see like how some light piping is going to work with this to kind of like really make this figure glow. So yeah, it's overall it looks very nice, and I'm looking forward to getting this in hand and seeing how it actually turns out in person. Continuing on with the Iron Man theme from this wave, the next figure that was shown is this nice looking stealth Iron Man. This is a figure that I think a lot of people have been wanting for a while now, because I think this version of stealth Iron Man hasn't been done since the very first Marvel Legends series that was a variant from the old Toy Biz figures. I know we did get a more modern stealth Iron Man not too long ago. That was just a single carded figure, but I think most people were looking for this specific iteration of Stealth Iron Man instead. And this figure looks nice because they reused the 80th anniversary Iron Man mold, which is it's a great mold and probably one of the best Iron Man figures that, if not the best Iron Man figure that Hasbro has put out. So I'm definitely happy that they're reusing that mold for this figure, and we're getting all those same features and nice sculpt work that we got on that figure. The one thing that I'm a little curious about with this figure is the blast effects. I know normally when we get these blast effects, they're kind of more of a translucent plastic, but at least in these images, they look like they're kind of like solid painted. So if that's the case, then you're obviously not going to get any like light piping or anything like that for these effects, and that's going to be disappointing if that's the case, because I really do like the color of these. They go very well with the figure themselves. So I'm hoping when we do get these in hand, they are more of a translucent and not a solid painted color. But yeah, we'll just have to wait and see on that one to see how those turn out. Next up, we kind of went back into modern comics territory with this Ironheart Riri Williams figure. I think this figure turned out very nicely, and I know Ironheart is a character that has gotten pretty popular in the Marvel universe, and a figure that people have been looking for a few years now. So it's nice to see that we're getting her in the collection. Definitely the big standout for this figure is the pinless double jointed elbows and pinless double jointed knees. Like I said in my last video, it's definitely time that we're getting the double jointed elbows on these female figures. So it's great to be able to get that more expanded range of motion than we've been able to get in the past. So I'm definitely looking forward to getting this figure and being able to put her in some nice dynamic poses. And then with what we've usually gotten with Iron Man or armored figures, we usually get these like blast effects, which she comes with here. But we're also getting this nice smoke effect to go with those as well. You can't really see all of it in this photo, but I'm curious to see like what the actual sculpt on this additional effect looks like in hand, and see how it can be used and utilized with other figures. So yeah, anytime that we're getting more accessories like this, I'm definitely happy, and hopefully we get to see more of this in the future from Hasbro. Next up, we have Darkstar. This figure is probably my least favorite from the wave, just because I don't know a lot about the character or the Winter Guard from the comics. But it is always nice to be able to have new characters that haven't been done before. So that's definitely a nice aspect. And we did get Red Guardian in a wave a few years ago, so we do have some figures already that she can be displayed with. So that's definitely a plus. And then the biggest disappointment for me about this figure is that they use the same female body mold that they've used time and time again. We definitely have the single jointed elbows and the very limited range of motion in the torso. So that's definitely disappointing, especially after we've seen two figures recently, female figures recently, that had double jointed elbows. So I'm hoping that this body mold is definitely on its way out and going to be retired soon. Just because, yeah, getting these figures on this mold in dynamic poses just definitely isn't going to happen. At least a plus with this figure is we do get three different sets of hands. That's definitely great, because with this specific mold, we usually either get the two open hands or an open hand and a fisted hand. So it's nice that they're giving us the three complete sets of hands for this figure, that we can swap in and out and be able to at least try to get the figure in some different poses. All right, into the Build-A-Figure for this wave, which is Ursa Major. Similar to Darkstar, I don't know much about this character since it's another member of the Winter Guard, but I have to say that this figure looks really nice. It looks like there's probably some reuse from the Sasquatch and Wendigo Build-A-Figures in this sculpt, with obviously with a new head sculpt and some new hands and feet. But yeah, this figure looks really nice, and with this being the Build-A-Figure and getting Darkstar in the this wave as well, we can definitely include the Red Guardian in our Winter Guard displays, and then I guess I'll have to go back and track down the rest of the Crimson Dynamo Build-A-Figure as well to add to this display. So yeah, like I said with Darkstar, I don't know much about this character, but anytime that we're getting new characters that haven't been done before is definitely a great thing. And it's nice to see some nice sculpt worked on this, and I'm definitely excited to get this in hand and take some nice photos with this figure. So last but not least, the last figure from this wave that was shown is the Modular Iron Man. For me, this is definitely my favorite figure from this wave. Just being somebody that grew up in the '90s, whenever I think about Iron Man, this is usually the look that I picture in my head. Just because like this specific look was used in the cartoon, in the comics in the '90s, in the different video games that he was in. So I'm definitely glad to be able to get this figure in the collection, and it's definitely a nice addition to the different like Hall of Armor for Iron Man to just be able to have as many different suits as possible. And it looks like there's a lot of new sculpt on this figure, if not completely all new, but I'm sure he's probably using some of the pieces and components from the 80th anniversary Iron Man, which is great because that's definitely a great figure. But yeah, this is a very nice looking figure. I like the sculpt and the deco on this guy, so I'm definitely looking forward to adding this to my collection. All right, so that is the full Ursa Major Build-A-Figure wave that was revealed during the Hasbro Pulse Fan Fest event. Overall, yeah, I think this is a very solid wave, and definitely something I plan on picking up the entire wave myself. And I think the biggest highlight that I see from this wave is that looking at all the figures, every one of the figures in this wave comes with at least some kind of accessory. Even Darkstar, who comes with a torso for the Build-A-Figure. I know a lot of times when we get the big torsos like that, it's just usually the action figure itself as an accessory. But the fact that we're getting two additional sets of interchangeable hands with her and the Build-A-Figure piece is great, because I know sometimes Hasbro lacks us with in that area of not always including some type of accessory with all the figures in a wave. So it is very nice to see all of these figures come with accessories in this wave. So that's gonna do it for this video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Is this a wave that you plan on picking up? Are there any figures from this wave that you're more excited for than the others? So yeah, just let me know what you think about this wave, and make sure to give this video a like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any future videos. Thanks.